Hello, my name is Father Mike Baruch. I'm the Associate Director of Vocations for the Archdiocese of Los Angeles. And so during this time of this health pandemic and so forth, what I'll be offering are some Liturgy of the Word reflections, and particularly for our children. And so we're going to be doing the Sunday Gospel of this coming Sunday, the fourth Sunday of Lent, otherwise known as Laetare Sunday. And so, the Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Glory to you, O Lord. As Jesus passed by, he saw a man blind from birth. He spat on the ground and made clay with the saliva and smeared the clay on his eyes and said to him, "Go wash in the pool of Siloam," which means sent. So he went and washed and came back able to see. His neighbors and those who had seen him earlier as a beggar said, "Isn't this the one who used to sit and beg?" Some said, "It is." But others said, "No, he just looks like him." He said, "I am." They brought the one who was once blind to the Pharisees. Now Jesus had made clay and opened his eyes on a Sabbath. So then the Pharisees also asked him how he was able to see. He said to them, "He put clay on my eyes, and I washed, and now I can see." So some of the Pharisees said, "This man is not from God, because he does not keep the Sabbath." But others said, "How can a sinful man do such signs?" And there was a division among them. So they said to the blind man again, "What do you have to say about him, since he opened your eyes?" He said, "He is a prophet." They answered and said to him, "You were born totally in sin, and are you trying to teach us?" Then they threw him out. When Jesus heard that they had thrown him out, he found him and said, "Do you believe in the Son of Man?" He answered and said, "Who is he, sir, that I may believe in him?" Jesus said to him, "You have seen him, and the one speaking with you is he." He said, "I do believe, Lord," and he worshipped him. The Gospel of the Lord. Hello. Hello, boys and girls and parents and all who are out there listening to this wonderful or this reflection here this day. You know, one of the things I want you to do just for a moment is I just want to invite you to go ahead and close your eyes. Everyone, go ahead and close your eyes for a moment. Now, with your eyes closed, what do you see? I'm sure all of you are saying, "Well, I see darkness. I see black. I don't see anything." Now, I want you to open your eyes and look around you. Look at your brother, look at your sister, look at your mom, look at your dad. Look at all of those people in the room. And I'm sure as you open your eyes, there's this wonderful sense of joy. This wonderful sense of moving from the darkness into the light. And that, my friends, is something so important for us to always remember. Because when it comes to that light, when it comes to truly being able to see, it's about recognizing that we are called to see Christ, because Jesus is the light of the world. You know, our gospel today is a beautiful gospel about the man born blind. And one of the things we hear in our gospel today is how he was just begging for people to help him. Imagine being born blind, not being able to do anything. He was left on his own. He was left all by himself. And he just sat around waiting for people, begging for people, saying, "Help me now, please, I need your help." And then what happens? Jesus, who is the Son of God, Jesus, who is our brother, comes to him. He touches his eyes. And as he washes his eyes, he's able to see. And that joy that we experienced just a couple minutes ago when we closed our eyes and opened them and saw the people around us who we love, that happened to this man as well. And ultimately, he saw Jesus. You know, I think in our lives, sometimes we find ourselves in darkness, right? We find ourselves in that thing called sin, which we all know isn't good for us. When we're mean to our sister or our brother, when we're disrespectful to our parents, when we're doing things because of peer pressure, because our friends are asking us to do things. Or maybe it's when we're making fun of other people. Maybe we're saying things behind their back or bullying them or whatever it may be. Sometimes we take our little brother or little sister's toys. Sometimes we don't do our chores. Sometimes we do all of these things that make our world a little bit darker, which make our lives a little bit darker. But that's where we have to be able to truly see and turn to the light, to turn to Jesus. Because one of the things we know is that Jesus is asking you the same question that he asked this blind man today. Do you believe in the Son of Man? Do you believe in Jesus Christ? Because if we are able to say yes today, my friends, in the midst of everything going on in our world today, even that fear and that sadness with the coronavirus, even having to be at home all day and wanting to just get out and go out and play and do all these things with our friends and other people. If we believe that we are called to something greater, then we have to put our faith, our hope, and trust in Jesus. And that's why we listen to Scripture today. That's why you're invited this day on Sunday to watch Mass on TV or live stream wherever it is. Or if you have a chance as a family to come into the church and pray. Or even just pray together as a family at home. Or even come to the sacrament of confession. Because when we are able to do this, my friends, that's when the darkness becomes light. That's when our blindness moves and we then can see. That is when we recognize and appreciate and love that presence of Jesus. Close your eyes one more time. Go ahead. Do it. And on the count of 3, I invite you to open them and see the world around you. See that love of God that's present with you and your family. And know that he is here. 3, 2, 1. Now see.